laptop my dad gave me a while back. He never used it.
Is the intro playing?
Not yet, man. I don't know what's going on with the. I'm pushing the live thing. It's okay now. It's okay.
Yeah, it says we're live.
Give it a second, guys.
We gotta get people down and kick them, man. Get the motor going. Let's get the motor going. Draw. It's playing nasty.
To the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He's got to step over the 5 and he's in.
Intro, man.
Yo.
We are here.
CG,
You good, CG?
Hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go. What is up, Niner gang?
Chilling, man. I'm chilling. How are you?
Oh, I was talking about the broad Niner gang.
No, okay. Sorry.
Reaction. No, I was waiting for CG to say something, so I'm saying, "What up, Niner gang?" In the meantime, hope everybody.
What up, guys? What's up, man?
Yep,
But
there we go.
is the intro working good, bro? I swear I didn't see it.
It worked.
It
worked. It skipped a little bit, but it did work.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay, so I guess we're good on that part. So I guess it doesn't have to show it up. Man, how come I can't see it on my laptop? Damn it. Hey, what matters is we're here, guys. So we're here for the pregame show. And I think we got a Cardinals fan right down here, man. This guy's been trolling, bro. He's been on the NFC West Network community.
Gotta shoot your shot, man.
He's gonna say what he has to say because they first they said Colt McCoy, now Kyler's starting.
Hey, I did make a video about Colt McCoy nightmare, man. I'm just trying to make false hope about it, but let's see if it doesn't happen.
Oh man, don't be too worried about it, bro. I don't think it's gonna be that big of an issue. Honestly, I think it's gonna be more of a problem for Colt McCoy. I definitely feel like it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
I think Moses says he said he can't be on here for today because of his schedule, but he'll come part next week, which I understood. I knew a couple of my guesses weren't going to come, so that's why we got Wolfcast in for the special guest appearance. But hey, anybody else who hasn't checked out Wolfcast, man, he's unfiltered, he's realistic, and he gets some good guesses too, man. So you guys gotta check him out, man. He is what you call the tribe, brother. You got to acknowledge greatness.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
See, this guy's bragging about the record. Okay, 12-4. Did you guys win a ring? I like this guy's energy. I ain't gonna lie.
It's all good, man. I like it when people troll like that because hey, at the end of the day, you have those numbers, but. To be honest with you, neither one of us has brought home a Lombardi, so all of that is for nothing.
True.
Well, no,
but you don't even have technically an actual Lombardi in your case. So at least we got 5.
They gotta keep
been a long time ago, and at least we went a couple years ago. Y'all ain't sniffed the playoff. Y'all ain't sniffed the Super Bowl since Kurt Warner.
Yeah, that's true. I think this is the interesting question. For us, we've been getting owned by the Cardinals, and I know it gets annoying, just the fact that they own us, just like how Seattle's been owning us for quite some time. But do you think this Monday night's going to end the streak of them owning us, bro? I know we had to exercise those demons. I know we were preparing for this altitude game. We went to Colorado Springs, which is a lot cold in Mexico, but you have, what is it, the altitude elevation?
The altitude is actually something completely different. A lot of people have been using it, but it's the actual elevation that they're speaking in reference to. Because when you say altitude, it's actually something completely different. Did he say Tim Rattay? Jesus Christ!
He was like okay, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know why that would be a revenge game for that guy.
Hey, two of the goats right here, Wolf and me. I guess the raccoon emoji does stand for my style look, you know. I steal the show. but yeah,
like
dude,
you're talking about CG. You're asking about if the 49ers are going to break the streak today, man. 49ers are supposed to be a contender. The NFL wants to talk about them like they are contenders. Kyle Shanahan's been playing way too conservative, man. But this is a time, especially after Kelsey had those 3 touchdowns yesterday, where people want to talk about. They want to bring up the conversation again about the better tight end, whether it's Kelsey or Kittle. This is the time to show that the 49ers are the better all-around team and put up some damn points and stop playing so damn conservative, regardless of who the Cardinals have as a quarterback, man. This 49ers are supposed to be the better team, so whoop that ass. That's what it's got to come down to. Kobe's can't hear you, bro. I think you're muted.
I mean, yeah, you're right about it, man. Like, we definitely have a better roster. We have to play better against the Cardinals. I don't care how bad or good the Cardinals are. We still got to play our A game. And it's been frustrating, man. Like, I actually witnessed an embarrassing loss last year. I don't know if you guys were aware of it, but I was at that game where Colt McCoy beat the brakes out of us, man. I came away pissed off that day. It wasn't great. Had to drink a couple of beers. I had to drink a lot of beers out of Levi's, bro. Not a great feeling. Not a great feeling.
Yeah, it's a hard sell whenever you have those type of games, especially when you go to them, because you almost feel robbed to an extent, because like I paid my hard-earned money and we came in here and got our ass handed to us. But it also reminds you that any day anybody can lose a game. I don't believe today is the day that we actually lose a game to the Cardinals. I just don't. I see them having different types of struggles. And I was told Hollywood Brown was going to be on the field. Now I saw that he's not. So I don't know what's going on with the Cardinals and the injury list and what they are and aren't doing, man. It's getting confusing. But I just feel like it's better for us to be able to go out there, play our game, run the ball, and make life easy. You know what I mean? Christian McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell will be fine if you rotate them in and out, let them, have that situation where it's back and forth. You know, they don't get winded too bad. Get Debo, Ayuk involved. I mean, we have the full offense available. No one's hurt. No one's injured. No one's out there crying about this, crying about that. No one's saying this, saying that. We should be out here firing on all cylinders, hitting at least 30 points a game, if not more.
Nope.
Just with every requisite weapon that we have. No excuse whatsoever. So for me personally, I say go out there and start getting everybody involved, man. Y'all remember when George Kittle had a fantastic year? It was when he had a fantastic year with a rotation of quarterbacks. He's all but forgotten. At this point, he's a glorified tight end, unfortunately, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm saying he doesn't catch the ball. He got the ball once last game. Like, there's no targets for him. Defenses don't fear him anymore. We basically are unfortunately looking at an overpaid blocker, and that's just not worth the money. If that's the case, and we could just keep Charlie Warner and trade George Kittle for a first-round pick. I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'm just saying you don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for you to wind up having, paying somebody that kind of money for them just to be basically a decoy in the pass game. So we can do that. I know that we will have the defensive advantage in every way. Buda Baker ain't playing, so he ain't going to be able to guard him. So I'll tell you right now, they're probably going to try to put Isaiah Simmons on Kittle, and that's going to be a nightmare, which is a great matchup to take advantage of. So there's a variety of things we can do on defense to be able to make sure we make this game easier on ourselves. We don't let our DBs travel. Would love to see Mooney travel with D-Hop. I'm a little scared that they're not going to allow that to happen, and we're going to have to see D-Hop versus Deommodore Lenoir here and there. Not that I ain't got faith in Lenoir, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh!
Yeah, He was missing, but he came yesterday on my show. He was on my call-in show yesterday. So
oh, wow. Yeah, see, I ain't seen it, bro. I ain't seen him in a minute. And see, all the Rams fans that was hanging out in the comments, running their mouths before they got their teeth kicked in twice, they disappeared every time they lost. I haven't seen this guy until now.
he was on my yesterday show.
Yeah.
Man. So for you, Remember Sports Report, do you feel that interception was on Jalen Ramsey? He didn't seem to think so.
Hey, for Focus, what were you going to say about this matchup, man? I know we haven't got to you yet.
Oh, the one with the angry desert redbirds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to be one in the trenches. That's the gear I'm wearing. It's going to be won or lost in the trenches.
Yeah.
It definitely is, because if our line can do well in those trenches, our running game can be on a roll, and that can be hard for the Cardinals to stop. But if you look at the way they match up against tight ends, bro, they've given up the most receiving yards for a tight end. So maybe this is the game that Kittle comes up on fire, man. You got to get this guy involved some way.
And the Chargers gave up most of their yards on the running game. And that didn't work out either. So stats only mean stats. They're a fun thing to talk about, but they really don't mean anything. I've watched a lot of games and picked out the people that I thought were the best players in it, and the stats don't show that.
I agree with them 100% on that one. Stats are stats.
And you can
it could be very much so.
manipulate them any way you want.
I'm trying to check real quick what the Cardinals are ranked in the run defense, but it could be very much so. But the 49ers haven't been super explosive in the run game recently either, so I'm not expecting them to blow out the Cardinals through a run game, especially like they did in the playoffs versus like the Vikings and Packers. But like I said, I don't know what the Cardinals are ranked, how well they're doing against run defense. Just overall with the 49ers, I would like to see Kyle Shanahan stop being so conservative. And the 49ers had a lot of success going towards the end of last season, passing out of the shotgun or just running offense out of the shotgun, because that's where Jimmy Garoppolo is more comfortable. So I would like to see a little more passing out of first down, but we're going to have to see.
They're ranked 11. I'm looking at the rankings. They say it's ranked number 11 against the run.
So they're pretty good. So Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have to throw at some point. And the reason I say I want to see more passing on first down is because it's too obvious when you're playing opposing defenses. They already know you're running every first down, a lot of times on second down as well. And they're putting Garoppolo in these third and long situations where he has to win it with his arm, and he's doing it consistently. So why not put him in a better position?
Yeah, like lower screen passes, like those little screen passes to McCaffrey. Instead of running the ball, those can become more of a run play, like those type of stuff they've done on this offense, those quick screen pass, maybe mix up some play action here and there, or do those trickeries. You know how we did with Christian McCaffrey throwing the ball? Maybe we can get Debo to throw the ball or something like that to get the Cardinals off guard a little bit.
Here's the situation. You got to be mindful about Mr. J.J. Swat. He's back.
Yep.
Okay? And if there's one thing that he's taught all the other defensive linemen, it's the same thing. Get your hands up if you don't get to the quarterback. It's one of the simplest things to do. Literally. That's all you got to do. And just small deflection helps.
And you know what the offense is supposed to do when they do that? A gut shot with everything you got. And not only will that bring the arms down, it'll move them back.
Joe Staley stated that. He said, I used to do that. Nobody knew about it. It's just a quick boom right to the stomach. And exactly what Funky said. That is perfect. So, and you think about it, you have to worry about J.J. Watt, and you got to worry about that kid, Zach Allen. Zach Allen is a monster. And I like that kid. Like, if he was a 49er, oh, man, we'd have ourselves a pair of edge rushers. I put Allen on one end and Bosa on the other. Every com, you have now gone to a rotational piece because that kid can rush the passer. But the thing is, when it comes to their defense, those are the guys that we got to worry about. Your Zach Allen, your J.J. Watt, your Marcus Golden, your Isaiah Simmons. Those kinds of guys are out there that we have to be mindful of. Without Buddha being in, this is where you start taking those shots. But the only issue is we ain't got the quarterback that's going to deliver the ball. So we have to take shots where we can and try to make sure, if anything, a lot of play action for Jimmy is not a bad thing. He's better when he has to roll out. He really is. He's a lot better. He's way more accurate. And a lot of the times what that does is that forces the DB to cover for just that extra second. And they can wind up being caught slipping, being lackadaisical in their coverage. Somebody gets open, and if the ball is delivered at the proper time, boom, we're good. So there are times where you see certain things from him that you don't really understand it. I love this back and forth between Moses and Ramilia. Here's the thing. The only thing I'll say, Ramilia, is not get off this train of who are the champs. It's not y'all. We're in a brand new season. Y'all the champs from last year, bro. Not that. That's it. Your run is over. And by your record and the way y'all been playing, you ain't gonna be repeating. You might not even make the dang playoffs. So that who's the champs, you gotta let that go, bro. Like anybody who rides that train all the way through the season, you can ride that thing all the way through the offseason. But once this new season starts, it's 0-0 everybody. Nobody's a champ. Everybody's trying to get to be the champs. So you got to let that go, man. And you did hide, bro, because you came into my chat on plenty of occasions, especially on my preview shows, and you hung out there. And after we kicked your teeth in, I ain't see you. And when we did it again, I still didn't see you. So you was hiding. You was probably on your show, mad as all get out, and I wasn't about to go find you. I wanted to see if you was gonna show up and eat crow, but you couldn't.
I mean, Rudy comes when he wants, bro, but he just comes out of the blue. Like sometimes he's like, who cares about this season? We're gonna rebuild on the draft, man. I'm gonna look at some college players. Hey, let's fight on Trojans. That's all.
He's worried because when all them big name players leave, it's rumored that Sean McVay out the door too. So Matthew Stafford, he ain't about to give you much more. I think you got all you got out of him last year. That was it. You don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the unfortunate situation.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like that when we own the Rams, but the Cardinals, they've been having our number just like how we've been owning the Rams, and Seattle's been having us. But does it kind of change a little bit how Seattle is lately too? I mean, they have looked like a different football team. I think their defense has gotten better lately. But if we play them a second time around, it's in Seattle. It's not easy, man. It's a hard-fought game. But we'll see how it goes. We control our own destiny with the division, So Cardinals is one stepping stone.
Yeah, we have to just make sure that we go down there and we kick their teeth in. Like, we have to really own them this game and make sure that they understand what's going on, because that puts us at 4-0 in the division. If we go 6-0 in our division and tie with anyone, we're fine. We're in. That's not an issue anymore. Somebody's like, oh, well, you're tied with some. I don't care. We beat everybody in the division. That's automatically a qualifier. That puts us in first place on top of us getting into the playoffs. So that's the key for us for the rest of the season is take the rest of these division games. All we have to do after we kick the Cardinals' teeth in tonight is do it again and then do it to Seattle one more time in Seattle. I mean, I'm a little pissed off because this was the Cardinals game, and I wouldn't be on this. I would not be here with you guys on the stream. I'd be at the game because I live in Arizona, so I would definitely be there chilling. You know what I'm saying, with all my Niner faithful, because we deep out here in AZ. I would
like to go down there too. I heard
it everywhere. So
I've been down that stadium before. The only good thing I could take away from going to that Cardinals stadium was that Pat Tillman statue? It's pretty dope.
Yeah, Tillman statue is nice. You know what I'm saying? Westgate's a nice little spot. You get good food, good eats. Everything is nice over there. Plus the bar McFadden's, we take over that joint when we over there, and that's right by them. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You have no idea how deep the Niner fans are out here, man. We don't let Cardinal fans give us any shit. We go hard.
I know we go pretty hard, and my boy AZ, he kind of low key admits that we do have a strong fan base. He ain't gonna say it like that. But a lot of my co-hosts are saying, man, I ain't gonna lie, you guys travel pretty well.
Oh, we do. Y'all. Hey, look. If you don't believe the Niner fans travel very well, just go to 2019. We took over stadiums. You remember that Wolf game?
Yeah.
We took over stadiums. Like, it was insanity.
It was like our home.
When they were still building SoFi and it wasn't ready and the Chargers were playing at the Coliseum, like, literally, my boy is a diehard Chargers fan. He went to that game. He was like, bro, I ain't never seen so many red jerseys in my life. He's like, yo, y'all took over the damn Coliseum. I thought I was at a USC game. So, we roll deep. We always have, man.
Hey, this is a good question for Brian Cope right here. This is a really good question. What is our uniforms going to be? Aren't we like an away team? So I think we technically.
I think they said all white. I think they said the all white joints. That's what I heard.
See all white.
I think we'll win this game because we're wearing white jerseys, man. Usually when we play those white jerseys, we tend to win good.
Bring that swag, man.
Bring that swag, man. 17 in the building, man. Salute to 17 people in the chat, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, stay in the basement, Rudy. I know it's not your year this year, man. I know you guys got your luck. You were under a rock for a little bit, but hey, I got you, man. I seen you come on my show, and I seen you showed your true color about your team. I know it's going to be a long season. I get it.
Yeah, man. So here's my question to everybody. We'll start with you, Fogies. Who's your X factor on offense for this game?
Well, I think it will be George.
Okay.
He's due to break out. And his blocking wasn't exceptional last game either.
Mm.
He was out of step somehow. And he did get more than one target.
Oh, he did?
One catch. One of them, he couldn't get the other foot in going out of bounds.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I think there was another one that he dropped. But I've been going over the O-line footage. So.
Got it. What about you?
Mikey's got a good point. DeAndre Hopkins needs to be an X factor for the Cardinals.
That's for the Cards. We were talking about the Niners.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's definitely got to be the X factor. If Hollywood Brown isn't in, like, they don't have another offensive weapon outside of DeAndre Hopkins. Let's keep it a buck. Robbie Anderson is sometime. When he's hot, he's on fire, in fuego. But when he's cold, muy frío. Like, this dude is ice cold, bro. Like, he sucks. He's one of those dudes. He'll catch an 80-yard bomb and drop a 10-yard hitch. And you'd be like, bro, this like you was wide open. What happened? Like, it's just who he is. So, all right, Boats, I see you. You said BA finna have him a big game. I like it. And then Rondale Moore is probably their only other offensive weapon outside of him. We got to be mindful of, I guess James Conner and whatnot. That's really about it. So they don't really have a tight end. Zach Ertz is out for the rest of the year. A variety of things. But, Wolf, what you think? Who should be the X factor for the 49ers on offense?
I'm going to be honest. I would say BA because he's been very consistent, but I think they're going to cover him up this game, man. And I think it's going to be a tandem, bro. I think Elijah Mitchell and Garoppolo are going to have to work together to put together those meticulous drives. I know I'm supposed to pick one, but I think if they work together where Elijah Mitchell gets the run game going for us and Garoppolo converts those third downs, keep the ball out of the Cardinals' hands, man, on offense. So I think that's how it's going to play out. We'll see. Okay,
I like it. Yeah. What about you, CG?
Yeah, well, I know it's kind of been not consistent with this guy, but when he does a good job, he does a good job. But I gotta say, Juwan Jennings, man, just the blocking aspect of his game and catching on those clutch on third downs. But the red zone, I need to see a red zone out of Juwan Jennings, bro. This could be the game.
Real quick, dare I say it? Dare I say Dwelly?
Dwelly could be another one, but I say Jennings, bro. Jennings has been like, he's kind of under the radar. He does the dirty work, but sometimes he'll come big. And this is probably going to be an important game for him because he hasn't scored a red zone touchdown this season. And this could be the game where he does get a red zone touchdown.
Dwelly's not bad, man. Like his hands are a lot better than, people. for it, man. So
His blocking sucks.
Yeah, his blocking his ass.
But he can catch, no doubt.
Yeah.
I love it. That's Mike McGlinchey too, low key.
Well, have you watched him on the extra points or field goals?
Oh
That's how Dwelly blocks them.
It's completely like he just holds his hands out. So you asked how many sacks will we have tonight? I'm gonna go with 4. And you're asking how many yards will Debo have tonight? Give him about 70. 70 in a tud. I'll give him that.
70 and a touchdown. Hey, that's not bad for my fantasy league, even though I'm going to win this game anyways. I get the extra points from Ayuk and Debo, man. So I ain't worried. I'm already winning this game. I'm already first place in this money league, bro. I'm killing it this year. So I got to just expect Debo and Ayuk to have a solid game, and it should be good.
Facts.
I could very much see Debo coming back and letting everybody know, hey, man, I'm still here. Don't forget about me. So
we just need Kyle to get out of that box, man. Like get creative again. Start using these dudes with the stuff that you did. We saw what he did with CMC through that touchdown. That is the exact same play that he ran for Debo. I mean, it's damn near. The only difference in the play is the person throwing the ball. I mean, CMC threw a better ball than what Jimmy G's been throwing most of the year. It looked a lot prettier. And the fact that Ayuk just caught it, whereas Jennings juggled it a little bit, but still caught it and went for the touchdown. So do things to throw them off, man. Get it going in there where they don't know what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so basic and so simple with things. Play to everybody's strengths, man. You know CMC is an outside guy. You know Eli is the inside guy. But run Eli up the middle, run CMC outside. If you see something where Eli can be used on the outside because they just can't block it, then make it happen. But just get back into that bag of trickery that you know you have. Everybody lauds you for being creative. Be creative. We got too many weapons and too many dudes that get serious yak for us to not be able to put up a serious amount of points and or bully teams as we walk down the field and suck that clock dry.
Yeah, well,
bring Debo back in on the quick slants.
And around.
Yeah, that too. And here's the thing about that. A lot of people don't want to give Debo credit, man. Last game against the Chargers, he outran both running backs. He had 6.8 average yards per play, per rushing play. Next up was Elijah Mitchell, of course, with I think 4.7. And then CMC was last in rushing yards. And a lot of those plays where Debo was running the ball, they're getting, I mean, for all the running backs, but especially to the right, they're getting blown up almost right away. And Debo has to make something out of nothing. Now, a lot of our successful run plays are to the left. So if we could get Debo running to the left, we even saw Brandon Ayuk have success. I don't know where that went, putting Brandon Ayuk on jet sweeps to the left. What did we get, like 8 yards or 11 yards?
It worked in some extent.
Yeah, and then they just never did it again. Okay, so
that's what I hate about it. We did it in the Super Bowl with Debo also. Remember when Debo had like a good running game, the jet sweeps? It was like he was averaging like 15 yards a carry, and we stopped doing it, and it just didn't make sense. But hey, huge shout out to Debbie Ryan. Haven't seen her on my show, but she has been great on the Twitter community. Very awesome lady.
Yeah, Miss Debbie is wonderful. Met her in person. Beautiful soul. Good person. Real good.
Very respectful too.
Yes.
He's always been supportive on everybody's channel whenever she gets a chance. But to answer Roberto's question, I don't even know how many sacks Fred Warner is going to have. Let's just say he'll have like tackles for loss more than sacks, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
because one, that's a plus.
Yeah, they don't send them on blitzes like that. You know, like that's not our style and with our defense. We'll send guys every now and then, but it's not consistent enough for him to really have sacks. When linebackers get sacks, it's more so from a 3-4. Rather than a 4-3, or it's because that team just likes to blitz a lot. I don't remember them asking if he spoke Spanish, but I do know that he has Mexican heritage in his family. And he has been wearing that flag all year, but yeah, that definitely you'd love to see if Fred could speak Spanish. They taught George Kittle how to say, do you smell what the Niners are cooking in Spanish? He didn't necessarily say it, but he said he's going to try to remember.
Fred's learning some Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
The kid we got from Mexico was
Alfredo. Yeah.
Gutierrez.
Yeah.
I watched
Big
his
dude, 6'9"
interview.
too. Oof.
He's
Yeah, big
from
dude.
Mexico City. So, like, that's dope for you to be able to go home and, like, play in front of the fans. The craziest thing is, this comment shows you how things hold true all around the world in so many similar ways. He has never been to that stadium. And
He's from Tijuana.
He's
He
from
grew up in Tijuana.
Yeah, because he played in the school in San Diego, so that's in the border. Yeah, the part of playing at that stadium too, it's kind of a rare thing, but we did play the first time against the Cardinals when they had their first international game in Mexico, which I hate to remember this, but to be fair, we had Tim Rattay at quarterback. This guy was not exactly what we were hoping for. We thought maybe he'd be a capable starter, and he just turned out to be a freaking flop. He just wasn't what he was. Then we went with Ken Dorsey, who is now the Bills' offensive coordinator. I mean, remember those days, the 2-14 Niner days, all that.
Hey, Drunken Miller.
Oh, dude,
oh Lord, we had some disasters.
Depressing days, man. Oh, man.
For us with QBs, it's definitely been a very unfortunate situation. How long you been? That's what I didn't get a chance to ask. How long you been a Niner fan, Wolf?
My whole life, man. Myself and my family are from Salinas, California, so Monterey Bay, about an hour and a half from San Francisco. And yeah, pretty much my whole family is Niner fans. Went when I was a kid to Candlestick, and I've been to Candlestick. That was dope. Yeah, couldn't go any other way, man.
Oh, that's cool, dude. I got some family down Salinas. Like, what kind of area did you grow up in?
So I was born in Salinas, and then I jumped all over the place. I even lived by Fresno in Madera, California for a little bit. But Soledad, Gonzales, Salinas, little towns, man. And before I moved to Arizona, I was still living in Salinas till 2016 is when I left.
I went to school somewhere in between the Santa Ritas, the Santa Ritas towards Gavilan View for a short minute. And I used to live right down LSL in the worst area. My brothers used to go there.
Yeah, that's around the area where I was at.
LSL, the east side, bro, that is no joke down that street, bro. A lot of stuff gets down over there. Northridge Mall, don't even go shopping there if you're going to be wearing the wrong colors, bro.
Yeah. Even you're minding your own damn business. You ain't got to be wearing any kind of color. You just, whoa, what the hell was that?
I mean, I got family ties over there. I got family ties down San Jose also, but, there's still a couple of my family members that still live down Salinas, but that's where it all started off too. But I lived all the way down different areas of the Bay Area. But the roots, man, they say you don't mess with Salas, man. It's just
I love it. I love it, but I hate it at the same time. I would never raise children there. So
no, it's too ghetto-ish, bro. Like, dude, like the Northerners run that shit. Yeah. And I'm not even throwing flags at them, bro, but I know that's how it goes, bro. Nobody wants to raise family down there. But especially down Fresno or where I'm at, it's a decent neighborhood. Like Clovis is like probably the most chill area. But if you come to the Old Town area, I don't want to. I can't say that. So just that's another topic for another day.
Well,
I'm just gonna say it nicely.
So the first question was, how many sacks are the 49ers going to have in this game? Yeah. I would say 5.
Ooh,
I could definitely see 4. I could even see 6, but getting to like the Fred Warner, I could see him having a sack, but it does seem like when they do put Fred Warner in the rush, it's more to get Bosa open to get a rush. They have Bosa pull, and then Fred Warner is kind of like the distraction to throw the assignments off for the opposing offensive line. So I could see where they mix it up, but Hufanga might be the guy that gets a sack out of the DBs.
Okay. Yeah, they could, because they send him on. They use Hufanga like they used to use KK. They used to use the Shark. So they basically done put him in that role to an extent. And I know Jimmy Ward is not very happy about being a being a nickelback right now, and I know he's very angry. So I mean, hopefully they send him on a blitzer too, man. Get him pissed,
There you go.
You knock out Colt McCoy, baby. You put a hobble Kyler in there, we gonna kill the Cardinals.
Oh, man. You better bring that 85 Bears energy, bro, because they've killed opposing players before, like on the field, like knocking them out.
On Saturday, man. Why Moses over here on fire? What's going on, man?
Oh, speaking of what happened Saturday, man, because you are a UCLA fan. Okay, so for what Moses told me was he was so disappointed from his son's performance. He said he taught his son every bit of the coverage or whatever was necessary, and he was pissed about it. Like, so he has his criticism on everybody else, including his own son.
Oh, I get it, man. Yeah, and you know how Moses is. He's very passionate. He gonna tell you what's what. He ain't pulling no punches or holding back. So I love it, man. But that's how you got to be, though. You know, it helps you to build character. You know, and it's done in the right way. And it's never a negative thing. You know, people have to understand it. Sometimes when people are harder on you, it's because they know you can give them more, you can get better, you can do more things, and they have that faith in you. It's typically when people don't bother you, or you might want to be a little worried because you're like, man, should I be better? You know, like I've always been one of those people. I'm not an advocate of participation trophies. I never liked them as a kid, and I never wanted my kids to have them. So anytime you see somebody get a participation trophy, like I got a few of them, like here and there, but that was for stuff I didn't do. Like I generally ran track, but I had a few of them for like playing, you know, with little small stuff and things like that, and I would throw them in the trash. And my mom used to ask me all the time, like, "Why are you throwing away your trophy?" I'm like, "Because it's just participation trophy. It means nothing. Yeah. You don't get first, second, or third place. I don't want something. I don't want something that says I was there. I know I was there. Like
this new generation is too soft, and that's contributing to it. So yeah, definitely, tough love makes
at least you try. Let's give you second place, third place for participation. That's just I don't get it, bro. Like I can't be in first place.
And I've always
it's not whether you win or lose; it's whether you win.
There you go. See, that is. See that's why Fogies is here because he just dropped that gem right there and just took a nice. That's how you do it.
Oh, I gotta have my caffeine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go. That's what I forgot today.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, because the USC at UCLA game is, bro. Like, it's not a game. Like, it's serious. Like, I remember I used to work for SC, and they asked us, "Hey, we need some people to work the concession stands at the game because we don't have enough." So they overbooked the staff. So we were already there, and they were like, "Oh, okay. Well, if we overbooked, you can just go watch the game for free." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." So I take my shirt off, and they like see my UCLA shirt. I had wristbands, I had a headband, I had all that. So they was like, "How do you work for us? But it's a job." That's all it is. Don't ever think that my fanhood is about to be jeopardized for my job. I could work for the New York Jets. Don't mean I'm about to be a Jets fan.
Yeah.
I could work for the Raiders, but it doesn't mean it's my fanhood, bro. No.
It's a job at the end of the day, and believe you, man, it does get to a point where physical violence is a high probability because we will talk shit to no end. And we will bring up players, we'll bring up names, we'll do all kinds of stuff, man. And sometimes it can get a little out of hand. And, you know what I'm saying? I've even been a part of those situations, unfortunately, not proud of it. But, yeah, it goes there, believe me.
Yeah.
And it's like, we would say something, and it's like that there's that trigger that pops off, man. So you just got to be super careful. I mean, like it's like I said, Niner fans roll deep as well. And we don't play around with other teams when they come into our house. Like, we literally, I mean, I'm telling you, bro, I've had conversations with people when I'm out there and somebody be sitting there talking to, a bunch of crap. Next thing you know, it's like 8, 9, 10 Niners around me. And they're like, "We good over here?" "Oh, yeah, we good." "Oh, okay." And people just look like, damn, it's like that.
Dude, I went to
Niners Raiders Exhibit A.
Hey, bro, that's why we don't play them no more.
Because the fan fights, bro, they gets out of violence, bro. It's even kind of gang related in some ways, bro. Like if you think about it, have you seen fights where they always stab and they go at one another because somebody affiliates with the gang? It's always kind of stupid.
Yeah, because the 18, because so you had the SAs in LA and the 18 streets. That's what they wear. They wear the Raiders jersey. That's their thing. And then you know what I'm saying, for the Niners, most of the blood gangs in LA will had a 49ers gear.
Yep.
So you'll catch them cats beefing going back and forth, and then sometimes it's just, and then up north in Cali, you got the Norteños and the Terreños. It's a whole bunch of stuff, bro. But this is definitely it's a rivalry that has caused a lot of problems, unfortunately, man. It is never a good thing. We're not sitting here telling you guys this stuff because we praise it. We're just telling y'all this is the history.
That's the problem.
How things happen, man. Like it's definitely it gets real in the field, and you got to be real careful, man. That's why whenever you do stuff like that, you got to keep your head on the swivel because you never know what's coming your way, and just be smart about it. I'm an old man now, so I don't want to be out here trying to advocate for violence and
I don't either, man. Like, I don't condone the actions of anybody. Like, dude, like, it's one thing to just go to an event, but just to fight over a stupid thing, dude, it's just pointless. Like, we're all here to enjoy a game or at least try to have a good time, not to start something,
Yeah, man, neither one of us are really making no money off of this. It's just a passion for the team that we like. Literally all it is, man.
So how do you guys feel? Because I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, and I think this would be a good time, like you guys were saying, to catch the Cardinals off guard. We haven't really been doing it with Jimmy Ward, and this might even be a good time to put him back at safety. I don't know where they're leading towards with that stuff, but he's got that cast off, so that might be a good time for that and to rush him from the nickel. So what do you guys think?
Shanahan did an interview.
Womack should play the slot.
What was that?
Do you think Womack should play the slot if we're going to put Ward back at safety? Because Gibson's actually kind of held his own a little bit.
Yeah.
Shanahan had an interview with Matt Mayoko, and he was saying that they like the dynamic that they have where Jimmy is in the slot along with Gip and Huff in the back. So I don't think that's necessarily going to change. Do you see Jimmy Ward coming back here next year? Probably not. Maybe due to that fact. Because when he signed that contract, he was very happy that there was a little bit of language. He wanted some language in there that would say, like, hey, you're not going to put me anywhere else but at safety. But unfortunately, that's not the case. You can't get that structured into a contract. I mean, if you do, you got some serious pull, but it is what it is. So
doesn't it kind of ring a bell what Eric Reed was like the previous year on his contract year, bro? He had to play everywhere. Remember how this guy was our best safety at one point?
Yeah, he was a hybrid for a second. Reed was, and I mean, he did damn good at it though. He did really good at line. I loved him when he was playing linebacker, man, because he's a hitter. He's out there trying to rock your world, man. And that's what it was. But I honestly think, he was.
I hate how everything went down with him, man. That was such a bad look on our organization as a whole, I think.
Which I don't blame.
Yeah, it was, but he wound up getting himself another job. He played for a little bit longer, and things worked out for him in the end. It's definitely a tough call when it comes to that stuff, though. Definitely so.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, too. That was part of why I'm saying it's messed up, because then he wants to have the revenge game, and it ends up he gets blown out 52-10 or something like that.
Yeah, we kicked their ass.
Oh, man.
Ooh, let's talk about this matchup. I know this is the most intriguing matchup. We got Travarius Ward versus Hopkins. Let's get our take from 49ers Fogies and see what he's got to say about that matchup. Then we'll go with Dion, me, and Wolfcast.
I think Travarius is the one that's going to stuff him. He plays so smart, and he's got the speed to do it. He very rarely is out of position. Lenore, I don't have a lot of faith in him. He's done real well, but just something about him, my eyes tell me that there's something wrong, and I don't know what it is. I'm a lineman, man. I'm not a defensive back. I'm a wannabe linebacker. But you were talking about the blitz, about sacks, and I've noticed that the Angry Desert Redbirds offensive line is susceptible to a delayed blitz. They get wrapped up in their blocking And I've watched quite a few games to watch, and I've seen that happen. And that might not be something to throw at them during the game a couple times. Just my opinion.
Yep. But for me, I honestly think that the matchup between Mooney and D-Hop is definitely going to be a great one to watch. I love how that works. Because Mooney is exactly to Fogey said, he is a really smart player. He's cerebral, and he doesn't really get caught out of position. So I echo his sentiments. I think it's going to be a great matchup. I do not necessarily have that much faith in Diamador Lenore because D-Hop is a vet, and he does not play around. That man makes catches you ain't seen ever in the NFL. I don't know anybody else who could catch a ball under their damn leg, fall, and still keep control of the shit. That's definitely something you just don't normally see on a regular basis every single day. Hopefully Lenore can step up to the plate and be able to allow us to continue to be good no matter what side D-Hop is on, but I do have a lot more faith in Mooney.
Oh yeah, Mooney for sure. Like what makes him stand out is he is 6'1". He plays with a physical presence, and he plays a lot smart and position wise. Like Hopkins doesn't got the speed; he just has the separation or the elite ability to make the plays. There's a difference, but like he can match up well against a guy like Hopkins. But if you were to put him against a deep, fast receiver, he may have his moments, but he's not like the kind of guy. Like he'll be in position to shut down the guy, but if he's a lot faster than him and he's a little late on his coverage assignment, we've seen a couple of plays where he's kind of been off a little bit. But when he plays his man, he's on point. But like Lenore, for example, Lenore has been playing solid, not great, but he's been holding it down for a little bit. Like I just want to see what he does against Rondell Moore. Rondell Moore is going to probably be one of those guys we have to watch out for. So like. The way they are going to use him is the way we use Debo. This guy's a gadget player. He can do everything. So that's my only intriguing matchup is Lenore versus Moore, if I'm being honest. I think Mooney and Ward I think it's going to be evenly matched. That's just my opinion. But Wolfcast, what are you going to say, bro?
So the 49ers, the big focus with them seems like just playing safe, man, not giving up the big plays. And I think regardless of who the cornerback is, they're going to have safety help. And so I think the 49ers are going to give up a lot of the underneath stuff. And that's where D-Hop has been having a lot of catches on the curl routes and stuff like that, out routes. So I think we're going to see a lot of that. Probably not a lot of – I don't think we're going to see very many big catches. So I'm not too worried about it, man. They ain't got no Zach Ertz. So one less guy to worry about. Pretty confident in the 49ers to keep it underneath and make the Cardinals work for it regardless of who's at quarterback. I think there's going to be a lot of zone coverage.
Yeah, for sure, man. But hey, for you guys, man, I know you guys got to go on different shows, man. I was just going to go on for maybe less than an hour. I just want to do a quick little pregame show, and I definitely appreciate you guys. I mean, Wolfcast is going to run his own pre-show with a couple of his guests, and I know Dion's going to probably be on another guest. And for man, I don't know what kind of guest you're going on, but I'm pretty sure you're enjoying the day, bro. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to go watch the game because, I would have just told you guys, let's just wait next week. What the heck? No, let's just do it 2:30 for once.
Let's get some predictions in.
I was just about to see. Look, man.
Prediction. Okay, let's do the last one.
All
right, Wolfcast, you go first. You said it.
Oof, okay. So if the 49ers don't play down to their opponents, man, I know you guys can call me crazy, but I could see a 34-16 game.
Ooh. Okay.
49ers better whoop that ass. If the 49ers play like who they really are when it comes down to personnel, yeah.
Okay. I like it.
49ers play down, I could see 24-13 or 24-17.
Gonna be one of those games, yeah, for sure. But as far as this matchup, okay, Mikey the Cardinal, I'm gonna do the reverse scoreboard. I did say, but wait a minute, I said 31-21 Niners, and I'm still gonna stick with it because I think it's gonna be competitive, but I think it's gonna come down to the fourth quarter, and I think Cardinals are gonna crumble. And I just think the Niners, they have a lot to prove because the Cardinals have had our number, and we still need to get over that loss in Mexico, bro. We want to get over that old past. We want to get rid of that ghost of past.
Yep. I'm going to go 34-17.
Ooh.
I think we out there. I think we go out there and we give them a good swift punch in the mouth. What do you?
No, I don't do numbers. I just go with the win.
Okay, so
never predict numbers. Always predict a win.
We'll take it, man.
We'll
yeah,
take
49ers better go out there and whoop that ass today. No excuses.
Yep, no excuses. And I need to wake up in the morning with no Colt McCoy nightmares, man. Please. God, please, no Colt McCoy. Because I just made this video just to reverse the logic, man. Come on. But,
I feel it, man.
All right, man. So I definitely appreciate you guys. Hey, anybody who hasn't subscribed to Wolfcast, man, Niner Gang Wolfcast, y'all need to check him out. Up and coming Niners content creator. He's got his own solid guest, a call-in show. He's appeared on different content creator shows on different occasions. And we all know my boy Dion, Niner Gang podcast. You know he's going to speak facts. You know what it is. It's Dion time. And for another Fogey, we know he's like his own, what is it, like the stat-wise guy. You know, he'll give you some facts. He'll do his little funny little intro. If you check him out, for Niners Fogies, he's got a pretty good channel. You guys check out his channel.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me on today, man. It was a good time. Good talking.
Of course.
Great that we got something good, bro. It was popping. But hey, as always, guys, we're gonna end this show and we're gonna watch the game, guys. I'll check out some of you guys' stream later. All right.
Go Niners.
Go Niners.
Go Niners.
Stay faithful and go Niners.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
All right.